But yeah, sometimes works accidentally. I definitely believe there is a world out there. Because tell me why. Yes, like okay, I'm gonna go to Burger Authority, ran by some foreigners to go eat. You know, and it was so weird because on my way there, Walgreens was right next door. So actually, I was actually supposed to stop at Walgreens first. I'm gonna tell you why that makes sense. I actually was gonna pick up some supplements to try to clean out my system. Now, that some my you know, but just so because it doesn't affect the like after I bird tea, let it I don't know, relax through me. It was crazy. So that's the thing. Like I was looking for. So I think it was to go to Walgreens and I was gonna look up these supplements they give and it's like I don't know what the next person will handle your food or your drinks or even your supplements or even medications people may need who suffer from certain illnesses, whether it's mental illness, whether it's physical illness or whatever kind of illness. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what people will do to your stuff. I mean, some people take pills, some people take injections, some people take tablets, and you just don't know what these things could cause or what people will do. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've been on so much medication in my past. You know what I'm saying? I've been taking it since I was very young. I took things like albuterol. And that had because I have asthma, and albuterol, whatever, it had steroids. They used to have steroids in it. And as we know, steroids can make, change people from feminine to masculine, make them grow little beards and stuff. So, when I was a little girl, I saw two little hairs or three little hairs going on. I didn't know what was going on, but, albuterol, you know what I'm saying, has steroids in it. As I got older, I, as a teenager, when I was 15, I started on psych meds, and then from there on sometimes I had to take meds to clear out like anything going on down here, you know what I'm saying, like if there's a yeast infection or if there's like a STD, chlamydia or something, you have to take meds for that sometimes. And or the urinary tract infection. And then sometimes you gotta take stuff for your back door too, to release it, like whether it's prune juice or laxative or something. But here's the thing: sometimes things that are made by others is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like something could be made by someone else, and you don't know what they're doing. You don't know what their intentions are. You don't know where their mind is at. You don't know how they feel about you. If they want to give you something that's harmful, you don't know. So sometimes you want to, just do things your own way. Because look at my hands. Look at this. Look at this. Look how I look. What I look like is just so crazy. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at my face and I'm like, holy crap. Like, is it really going through a horrific change right now? I'm looking in the mirror like, holy crap, scared as hell. But, what I've gone through is so crazy with my health, with people, you know, and it's like crazy because I depend on others for things. I depend on the stores, the grocery stores, the corner stores, the shipment they put out from the companies and the farms to give me things that is, make sense, and sometimes people just don't want to give me the right things. I mean, I don't know them, they don't know me. Like that's like when I shopped at Dash on Thanksgiving. I remember like I'm thinking I'm gonna have a good Thanksgiving, eat good, but it tastes like all kinds of violation to the damn food that I brought, which was pies and everything. It was like tastes like chemicals. I didn't know what happened, but I can only imagine who could have done such a thing. But then when I went back, because for some reason, I always shop at the same stores, even after they offend me, or I feel like the food is offensive, I feel like I just keep on shopping there. So one time I went for some fruits and vegetables, and the fruits was all messed up and crazy, so I couldn't even buy it. And it was like my first time really shopping for fruits in a long time. But then when I went to Wegmans to buy fruits, sometimes they spray the fruits with stuff so it could freeze your damn brain, and you be like, oh my gosh. And then it's sad because you could have scabs on your brain and all kinds of shit. I mean, and it could just like cause you to stutter and your brain. So it's like it's so many horrific things someone could do to the humanity of a person. But, it's so sad, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you just gotta understand you don't have a chance, you know, when it comes to, a whole bunch of people is saying this should happen. And then, we all know cigarettes are dangerous. And then sometimes they could smoke. And when it smokes, it's worse than taking a dangerous drug, like your brain just go blah. And it's just so sad, it's just unfortunate that these things happen. I'm up here looking like a werewolf for real. Like my whole face popped out. I'm looking in the mirror, the real, what I look like in the mirror on camera. This AI shit is amazing how I could just filter everything out that I really look like right now. I look like something scary as hell right now. But my eyes are still smaller, even though my whole face just looks scary and moving around. I mean, it's just horrific. To wake up looking like this and just don't, it's like a nightmare. But, you know, sometimes people, they I don't know why people do the things they do. But when the whole world is like, this is justifiable, you just don't know what to say or do anymore. You know. And my legs, oh my gosh. Let me try to show what my legs look like. Okay, let me try to show. Like I'm up here messing with the screen or whatever. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't feel human at all. I definitely don't look normal. Maybe that's why my head, the real size of my head grew so big. People did so many bad things. Hold on, I have 9% on my phone, but I had to put on my phone charger. Look at my legs. Look at this. Look at my legs. This phone filter, it kind of like, look at my feet. Look at this. But the phone filter, it kind of like, the phone filter definitely, shows a lot different. Hold on. Look at this. Look how my legs look. Like, this is so sad. Look at my legs. And this is how I look after I went to go eat something. I haven't been eating in so long. And then when I went to eat, this is what happened. So, yeah, so I just keep, a video diary of everything now, This is the life I have to live, Everybody wants us to believe in certain things or, realities or lifestyles or everybody have their own perception on things. But this is my truth, and it's just sad, but see, I would like to have a lifestyle like this, like be a black queen, but I feel like an animal the way, I'm looking right now, just so like my whole face messed up, my hair, my hands, and everything. I would like to have a face like this, But I tell you, I don't be getting royal treatment at all. I get very little respect in the world, but dehumanized, and disrespected is awful. It's awful. And the whole world of people just is like, it's common sense and it makes sense. So it's like, I don't be know what to say or do. Like I'm looking in the mirror right now, my whole face is messed up, but I'm about to go to the store, and I'm going to the store just like this. I'm not trying to hide what I look like or anything. I'm gonna let the whole world see this is what I look like after, going out to eat, and the food, how it affected me so bad, and it's scary as hell. Like, it's like my face is popping out like I'm a damn rat or something, or some type of damn crazy looking fish that is just like the whole face fucked up. But yeah, like, it's awful. It's awful. My eyes look different, everything. I look like that damn, thing off of the cartoon, because I'm looking in the mirror at the real me, not with the phone making it. I like that thing, this little kid show called Author. And they had Mr. Ratburn with his face popped out. It's just so awful. Or those arc barks, with their faces. But and then my hairline just half of some side went receding. It's just awful, man. It's awful. But there's really nothing I can do about it. What am I supposed to do? Starve? When, you can't eat or drink, correctly. It is what it is. But, sometimes my face shifts. So it's like, so sometimes it pops out and then sometimes it go back to normal. It's like that movie Nutty Professor with, you know, but the only thing is, in the movie he went from like a skinny guy to a big guy, and they had different personalities. Me, I go from like an animal to like a human to like a feminine to masculine, but my head is always so big, so I always usually look masculine. But yeah, I mean, I'm a black person either way it goes, so sometimes, being black could just be the challenge, or being someone of color could be, just challenging within itself, you know, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, life or death situations lead you in situations is like, oh my gosh, you don't know what to believe, what to do. Because sometimes things could ruin your health, and that's what I was talking about when I was on my way to Walgreens first to try to get something to, flush me out, you know what I'm saying? Because I did feel a little backed up. Even though when I wore my clothes wasn't clean, so it just had a smell to it anyways. But, I did feel a little backed up still, and I wanted to, flush myself out. And so I was thinking about something natural, you know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of these pharmaceutical companies or don't have shit natural. But still, I'm like, maybe you find something, a supplement where, you could flush yourself out. And it's so sad that I made up my mind when I'm looking like in the freezer, looking at the drinks and all around. Then I'm telling myself, you can't trust these people. These people that work there probably is doubles that believe in double worshiping things, like dehumanizing people. And you unfortunately just can't trust things. Like, you could see a bottle that says Coca-Cola, and the bottom line is, you just because a Coca-Cola company make it don't mean when they send it out it's going to be Coca-Cola. It could be something else. So you can't trust anything. And it's just like I seem paranoid until you see what I look like. It's like, oh my gosh, this is not paranoia. Like, this is really an effect, or allergic reaction, or something that this girl has endured. This is no paranoia. This is serious. So somebody did some fucked up foul shit to her. This is no paranoia. This is real. But even with all the proof, people just don't care. They just walk past you and say, "Oh, you're just an animal. Just drop or whatever already." So at the end of the day, you know, I couldn't even buy soap. I had to like rinse off and just rinse off. I couldn't even trust buying a soap in there. And this is soap I usually get. It's like this Castle soap, and it's supposed to have peppermint in it. I can't even buy the damn soap. I ain't trusting no damn thing. I'm like, it's getting real like that, where a lot of people are like, yo, listen, stop fucking with these bootleg, because when you fuck with foreign people or even a lot of European companies, it's bootleg. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get the real thing. So you gotta go to a quote unquote, African American person who respects other African American people to get the real stuff. And I said quote unquote because it's like a lot of people, just because you identify as a certain culture don't mean you respect those of the same culture as you. I mean, come on. I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. So I don't really trust anyone, but then people are like, well, you're going to suffer worse in the hands of foreigners because they don't seem to know how to, comply with FDA, situations. And a lot of foreigners are not just from South America or the Middle East or Asia. Some of them are actually, from Europe too. So, they are not always going to comply with FDA things. So you need to buy things from people that is, American. And the thing about being African American, maybe somebody can understand you more than being American American, like a white American, where they may understand you, but they may not like you because some people are discriminative to people of color or something. But I'm like, that's BS. The bottom line is, yes, I've been done, you know, unjustified when it came to having food products and, you know, things from other people or medications or whatever. I've been definitely done unjustified. But still, even after it happened, I don't think, going to another African American is going to make sense. I mean, you have a lot of African Americans, such as myself, that are just like me, that do not respect a person like me because maybe there's an issue of, they don't like me, even though we're the same. And it could be, I'm not going to get into the details. It could be jealousy, envy, just hate amongst their own people. Some people self hate, they don't like their own. And it happens in every culture of people. People don't like their own race. You got some Asians that don't like other Asians, some, Middle Easterns that don't like other Middle Easterns, you know, some South Americans that don't like other South Americans. It happens all over. So it's no different with being African American. Just because we all African American don't mean we all getting along the same as to be trusted. No. But the question is, if I'm running out of options on what to eat or put in my system when I want to clean it out, what to do, or even to take a shower, what to do. And it's crazy that I couldn't even buy soap at the damn store. That's how real shit got. I didn't even trust soap, but for some reason I went back because I actually ordered my food, went across by Walgreens, went back to Burger Authority, and when I went back to Burger Authority, I ate there, and it was just like the bread. It had like some stuff on the bread. It just don't even look edible. But then it was like fish with it, and I just like ate it, and now this is what I woke up looking like a nightmare. My whole face popped out, my whole forehead big. Well, my forehead always big. My whole face like an animal, everything. And the thing about it is, this is not showing it. It's not showing it. There's a filter on this. But when I'm looking in the mirror, I'm literally seeing this shit happen before my eyes. And yes, it's a nightmare to not have your humanity and even smell it. It's just your skin even seeping out the nasty. It's just a nightmare. But the bottom line is, and then my legs are so skinny and little, and my head is so big like a werewolf. It's like, wow, I've come a long way from being just a normal little black girl to being, like someone with a medical condition that is just, affected by every little thing. You know what I'm saying? I've come a long way. I've come a long way. And, I've come a long way from being a little girl to a little boy in people's eyes to being, you know, um, an animal, you know what I'm saying? When my medical condition is like gone wrong, I've come a long way. And I just is like, I'm 36. So I'm not worried about people's perception of me or on me. You know, a lot of people just see things how they see things. But, I'm also worried about the fact that I can't even shop at stores anymore. If I can't even shop at something like Walgreens where I go to pick up my psych meds at, where else can I shop? you know, where else? Who else can I trust? I got to go back to ECMC, called them this morning, and go back to the clinic, the MAP clinic, and try to figure this out. I spoke to a counselor from Crisis Services yesterday, 1 o'clock in the morning, and they advised me that was the best thing to do. See a counselor so that the counselor could direct me into what is going on and what is happening. So, usually they give me the medications with no problems, but when I go out to eat, it's always a problem. And I tell you, the feces things was disgusting. I don't know what man want a woman to eat feces, or I don't even know what people or other woman want another woman to eat feces. But it's just like when people feel that way about you, you just don't know what to do. And then they don't want you around them. when they're enjoying the simple things in life, like shopping and eating and doing normal things. I mean, what is the hobbies in America? People go out to eat, they go out to shop, they go out to do, to clubs, bars. People go out to, bowling alleys. They go out to roller skating rings. They go out to, you know, get their hair done, barbershop, or, a hairdresser, or their nails done. These are the outdoor activities people do. They stop at stores like 7-Eleven, gas stations, or like clothing stores like Targets. Or if they have children, they go out to things like Chuck E. Cheese, which they just built a whole Chuck E. Cheese, in North Buffalo, where I'm, not that far from me. But, they go out to, or go out to get ice cream. This is what people do when they outside, and they drive around on the streetway, the highway. And then after that, or sometimes they go to parties or concerts. And then after that, people just go to their homes. That's it. Or, whether they rent the home, own the home, or whether it's a, Airbnb or a hotel. That's what people usually do. So I don't really understand. Or sometimes people go to parks, or sometimes people go to, especially if they have children, and sometimes people go, out dancing. Well, yeah, I already said that, clubs. But it's like, what more do people do? What more do people do? You know what I'm saying? What more is it to do? And that's why I'm like, and then the restaurants are mostly owned by the Asian, Chinese, whatever. Some Indian restaurants, some Arabic places, corner stores. I think these people are Arabic. They work at Burger Authority. I'm not sure. And some buffets ran by mostly Chinese. So, and then, you got some people that's black owned businesses. I had some bad experiences, black owned businesses too. So, what I'm saying, you know, then people just do laundry and, well, some go to the cleaners. I mean, what do really people do with their life and time? That's what they say. If you have a friend, sometimes you can enjoy life with a friend because it's all the same what people do. There's no differences. And then children go to school or older people go to college. That's it. So with everybody agenda being filled up, or some people work, they work either serving food, they work in the medical field, or they work, transportation, driving, buses, cabs, or what I'm saying, limbos or whatever. Some people travel far, working in trucking companies, shipping things out, so at the end of the day, or some people, do airplanes or helicopter transportations. So at the end of the day, if this is what people do, how is there any like confusion? And then some people like to travel from city to city, state to state, country to country, through planes, of course, or trains or buses. So if this is what happens, where am I getting caught up in places where I'm like being done so like this horrific shit is happening to me? The only thing I've ever been since I was 18 years old is in a psych ward, ECMC, Erie County Medical Center. And there, they give me so much drugs, what I'm saying, prescription drugs. And yeah, it did affect me bad. And sometimes I had to go to court. And when I went to court, the judge ruled for them to give me the drugs, even though it was affecting me. So I didn't know what to do, like who was over the damn courts, because when the courts issue out an order, now the police get involved. And when the police get involved, they have guns on them, they have handcuffs, they have their arms, and sometimes they can want to beat you down to the ground or even pull out a gun and shoot or kill or, arrest someone who is not complying with the court order to take medication that's harming you. So, and, the people that work in these places, they work for, the political office or they work for, mental health. Like they have control. They just say it and it happens. It goes down like that. And then the people that have the dress in blue, they force their way upon you to do things even if it's hurting you and harming you. So it's like a life or death situation, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like you be like, damn, what do I do? And then when you come out the hospital looking like a freak of nature, or your body is sick, you don't know what to do because they force you to do it. And then you're like, well, can you sue them? No, because the lawyers don't want to represent you. Or, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they feel like you have no proof or evidence, even if you put it on CNN or broadcast it, there's just really no proof or evidence that it's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's all in your head. You know what I'm saying? That it's happening. So it's like a nightmare. You're walking around looking crazy because what's something that happened to you that you can't even sue about. But then it's like if you do something that they think is a crime, you steal, you attack someone or assault someone or whatever, they say you go to jail. You don't go, you know what I'm saying? So, but if you feel like they're doing a crime up against you or there's humanity, you don't have a say so. So it's very confusing, with all the people who run the government, who run the satellites, to control the phones or control the satellites in space, where they can look down and see through everything or listen to everything. It's very confusing to why this is happening, and then a lot of people, try to escape things with, video games or music or, some type of entertainment. And it's just like, you don't know how to escape a situation where it's like, you're looking at yourself and like, look what these people have done to me. And sometimes people like to have therapy, massages, you know what I'm saying, or a lot of sexual therapy or whatever to get, a lot of energy out and stuff. So it's like, everybody's not, fortunate enough to have, someone to love or shack up with. So sometimes people pay just to sleep with someone or go out on a date with someone or whatever. That's their business. Sometimes people do it through websites. They allow you to go on dates or whatever, or meet people for intercourse, or sometimes people, for sexual health, that's sexual health, or sometimes people, what I'm saying, just do it on their own, what I'm saying. But just like sometimes people buy medicines, prescription wise or FDA approved, and then sometimes people just go on the black market, and what I'm saying, the black market is like the under the table market, and just buy things on their own or inject themselves with things like people that used to inject their butts. But a lot of people are doing things naturally. A lot of people know things. They just share things with who they want to share the knowledge with. And I feel like everybody's on the same page now in life because everybody seems to get along. And social media has brought everyone together. So it's not nothing really. No one don't know what's going on out here. But it's like I stay underneath a rock, so I don't know what the hell be going on because I don't get along with other people because they just so rude and disrespectful to me. I usually just stay to myself. So me staying to myself, it allows me to be blinded to a lot of things that probably could help me look normal again or be normal. But, I just think that now it's time for me to just go back to school. But sometimes when your mind is all over the place, you can't remember things or you can't concentrate. It's hard to like even get your GED. And you got all this chemistry issues coming from your body, it's just so hard. But when someone is like making fun of it or jeering or trying to make it a nightmare situation, is even more worse. But you know, um, I have talked, and as I talk, my whole face moved around, and my whole head is blown up now. And face, excuse me. So now, what I'm about to do is I'm about to go and because somehow I think I became the Little Mermaid. Like I'm just like down there, and it's like I'm tight down there. Like I can't probably like if I ever try to get pregnant, I probably won't be able to push out a baby. I think this science did that to me, but unfortunately, I just think that I gotta be careful because when I'm looking at my face, I'm like I don't know what the hell I ate. The phone isn't showing it, but in the mirror I can literally see it, and this is a horrific. But I'm about to go outside, go to the store. As horrific as I look, I mean, I'm not trying to impress nobody. I don't even know nobody out here. But I'm just trying to do me. And after that, I'm just, try to figure out what to eat if all the food is harming me or drinks and what to do. And may God bless me and, whatever I'm going through. Because that's another thing. Some people like to go to church and find religion to try to heal mentally, physically, emotionally. But sometimes you don't have a choice when the police get involved or when people is in your business and they just causing you problems or harming you. But may God bless me in my journey. I'll be making more videos, but until then, may God bless me and I move on from here and move on from there. That's it. Okay. Peace.